What is going on, everyone? I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Pretty exciting day today. So happy Wednesday. Just wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit. Um, if you hear any noise in the background, that will be the rain. We have quite a bit of a storm over here, so I apologize for that noise in the background. But yeah, let's see if anyone shows up today. I see there are some people hanging out. Okay, there we go. We got about 10 people flying in. So what's going on, everyone? Yes, as we get started here, guys, be sure you check out the risk disclosure. Just know that you're responsible for everything you guys do, including your own trades, knowing that trading is risky and all that good stuff. So, all right, just yeah, I just wanted to see how you guys are doing today in your trading. If anybody wants to share their thoughts and what's going on and how did they do today, that'll be pretty cool. I was going to talk a little bit about uh, rounding patterns and supply and demand zones. And again, this is for educational purposes only. Please be sure you don't, you take your own trades. You're responsible for your own trades and all that. So, um, yeah. So if you're here, let me know who's here and if you can hear me loud and clear without any issues. I would appreciate it. Um, so yeah. Here's a let me. Every time I open a new, let's see here. Oops, there we go. That's better. So, yeah, pretty exciting. This is the M&Q 1 minute candles here. And obviously, we've been moving quite a bit up here. We're heading a little sideways market right here for the last couple of minutes. So that's been interesting for sure. So, and again, if you can hear me, I'll appreciate if anybody just gives me a quick thumbs up or something, so we know we're good to go. I know a lot of you guys are probably trading, so I hope your trading is going well. And if not, at least you're learning and growing. Couple news updates. As you guys know, we still have the 80% off on our traditional accounts going on right now, and so you be sure you take advantage of that. But hey, if you want to have a little fun today, let me bring this on here real quick. If you're interested in having a little fun, we have the daily competition. It's for today, Wednesday. It's only $9, so it's not too late. You can go ahead and buy it now. You can actually go to our website, leelootrain.com, and just you can actually buy it right here. And it's pretty cool. Thank you, ELT. Thank you, appreciate that. Thanks for the info. Um, ELT saying that you can hear me loud and clear, so that's good to know. Um, and so this is just a fun way, and if you come in first place, you get $500 for the day. So that's not too bad. So still time to do it. It's good until the competition starts, like at the Asian Market Open. Um, and yes, ELT, yes, we are. So ELT is asking, are you still doing price match plus $5? Yeah, just what we'll do is you'll send us an email, support at leadtrain.com. Send us, we just have to be sure that the sale is available for everyone, not just like one person. And then as long as it's a company that, we find legitimate, then yeah, we'll match that as long as it's the same product and stuff. So similar product. So good question on that. Any other questions? Keep on coming. Any promos on the weekly accounts right now? No promos on the weekly. So no promos um, on the weekly accounts right now. So um, yeah. Okay. So good questions, everyone. That's a good question. So yeah, so be sure you join that. We do have the promo going on right now, and the 80% off on the foundation accounts, and those are the subscriptions. So that's not including the express. So that's the 25K to the 300K, including the glide also. So 80% off on those. So, but yeah, not on the weeklies. Even though the weeklies are available for sale, they're not on sale right now. What's going on, Larry? I hope you're doing well. Ruda Express, hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, just briefly, I wanted to hang out. Don't want to hang out too long. But how are you guys doing today? How's your trading? How's yeah? Did anybody get to trade today? Interesting to hear about that for sure. So let me know how that's going. Yeah, that's that way. Yeah, our weekly accounts actually, uh, um, I think are pretty competitive, if not probably better than the competition. So we do those weekly. A matter of fact, yesterday we did the payout. So every Tuesday, if you buy the weeklies, you can partake in that. So if you buy the weeklies, those are every Tuesday. You can get payouts every Tuesday after your first once you qualify. So yeah. So nice. Okay, Aaron, good to see you. Yes, Aaron says all good. Made 298 today. That's great on the ES and NQ. That's great. CD regarding. So I'm trying to read the chat here. You guys are going kind of quick on me. See, regarding Leeloo funding after the initial funding phase, can multiple accounts be summoned? So I'm not sure what you mean by that. First of all, just to be clear, we don't fund any accounts, so that's not the correct term. But once you, let's say you buy the 50K foundation account, which is 80% off right now, lifetime, and once you buy that, um, it's and you qualify, you get a performance account. And so if you buy five and you qualify five, you get five performance accounts. So I don't know if that's the answer, the question you're asking. So let's see here. Let me know if that answers your question. Eve William says, I have an account with Leeloo, is the best. Hey, thanks so much, Eve William. Thanks for hanging out with us. Larry says, when we submit a payout request on Tuesday, then how long are we restricted from trading weekly? Yeah, so typically on the weeklies, we do those pretty quick. So has you once you see your balance deducted from your account, then you can trade. Usually it's the same day, but at the very most, I would say the next day. So check that out. So that's the way. Just email us. That's the best thing to do. Email us support@leelootraining.com, and the team will be able to help you out on that. Okay. What's going on, Adris? Hope you guys are doing well. So, all right. So yeah, I wanted to just briefly hang out with you guys for a little bit. So, so who else? Who else traded today? Anybody else traded today? See, let me correct the question. When I successfully trade multiple performance accounts, and there are steps to progress or sum up this multiple accounts, this is more in terms of progress within the firm. Um, Let me see. I think I don't know if I fully understand the question still, but I'll try to answer it. If you have multiple performance accounts, depending, so if you have the um, just the regular accounts, then no, you just keep those accounts and you just grow those accounts. But if you have the glide, those you can increase in contracts over time. So I don't know if that's the question you're asking here. Let's see here. Yeah, Larry, thanks, Chris. You're the best. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Adris. Not yet. Okay. Aaron says, I feel like the rewards are slow. Is there a way to get more bang for the buck? I feel like the rewards are slow. Is there a way to get more bang for the buck? Aaron, what do you mean by that? What rewards? Are you talking about our rewards program? And if it is, let me know. Crypto, what do you mean by the swing account? Can you clarify that? And Omar, no giveaways this morning, just hanging out. So no giveaways. Sorry, Omar. All right. Let's see. If William says what I wanted Leeloo to change is about the payout days. Put the payment every 10 days and 10 days. Make the payment shorter. Yeah, I hear you. That's why we have the. We actually did better than that. We have the weekly accounts that are actually every week, every Tuesday. So the first payout request is 10 days, and after that, it's only 4 days in between. So if you're interested in the payouts being more frequent, that is the the best way to do it. And if you're talking about the reward points, yeah, the reward programs actually, they're already a phenomenal deal, and let me tell you why. Okay, so because we're running all the sales, right, you're getting 80% off, but you're still getting the full points that you would had you paid full price. So I didn't change that for two reasons. One, I didn't want to deal with constantly being changing the reward points because it's supposed to be like I think one for 1 point. Sorry, $1 for every 2 points or something. Um, why did I get that noise? Okay, sorry about that. So one, like for every dollar you get 2 points, but when things are on sale, right? I should have changed that point structure. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I don't know if you guys hear that or not. It's really annoying. Um, but instead, I didn't change it. So you're getting like if you buy, again, let me pull up the. So if you're buying this right here, the let's say that you're buying the climb and you're paying 80% off, you're still getting the points like if you would pay the full price of 220. So just FYI on that. So I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. Aaron says yes. The rewards points. Yep. Aaron, let me know if I answer your question, if that makes sense. But you are getting way more points than you should be getting right now. And so yeah. So if I was to adjust it to the sell price, then it will be dramatically different. So let's see here. Faster payout structures for the accelerator as they usually can only pay out on a monthly basis. No, so when you buy a weekly, and if you qualify, you can select to have accelerator on the weekly account once you qualify. So if you buy the Aspire 25K and you qualify, you have the option to select the accelerator, and then you can get payouts every Tuesday as well. Yeah, so sorry guys, everything's going off here. Um, yeah, so like I said, the weeklies. So William, see if you can understand what I'm saying. If you care about how often you can get payouts and how faster you can get payouts, I have a better option than 2 times a month. We have a weekly option. So what you might be interested in is the weekly accounts. Okay. So if you want to every Tuesday have an option to get a payout, that's what you're probably looking for if that's important to you. Okay. So 1 second, guys. Okay. So let's see here. All right. Let me know if that makes sense, William. Yeah. So talk about normal account day trading. What do you mean by day trading, William? Okay, Omar says he's waiting for a good sale on the weekly. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So I'm gonna try to show. Oh, wow, we got some little drop right here. Okay, nice. All right. So, sorry, guys. Everybody's texting me right now, so of course it's been crazy. Okay, let's see here. No, you haven't missed anything, DJ. You're good. So, yeah, this is a nice little drop. So, earlier today, you can see here that kind of ugly. After this right here, that was a nice little run. Nice little round and pattern here to go short. I totally missed it. And so now we just drop in here. So now there's nothing really I can do until either A, we create a rounding pattern to go long or a rounding pattern to continue to go short. So let's see here. Okay, Hameen says try to vet integration when. Yeah, we're just waiting on a few things on our end. So we're ready on our end. We're just waiting for some confirmation. We're waiting on Tritivate at this point. And so as soon as they let us know, then we're good to go. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear from them. Um, All right. Let's see. Yeah, Larry, thanks for that. Yeah, so again, there's we don't want to change the accounts that have worked so well for so many traders, okay? And again, we just want to provide different options. So again, going back to here, Larry is responding to some people asking about more frequent payouts, right? So my question to you guys is, what is important to you? What's the most important? Right? Not everything can be the most important. So what's the most important? Is it promotions? Is it price? Is it price to be able to buy an evaluation or practice account? If that's the most important to you, right? Then it doesn't matter whether you buy the foundation or the weekly or the bundles or whatever, right? If qualifying, chances of increasing your chances to qualify is important to you, then that's another thing to consider. If payouts, how frequent you get payouts is important to you, then that's also something to consider. If that's the most important to you, then the answer will be the weekly accounts. So we have the two options, the 25K and the 50K. You can get payouts every Tuesday. We just did some payouts yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday. So you submit those on Tuesday mornings before 10 a.m. Eastern, and that's it. So the first payout request has to be after 10 trading days, and after that, you only need 4 trading days. So that's pretty much it. And how do you look those up? You can go to frequently asked questions. Oh, sorry. So go to support. You go to knowledge base, type in weekly, and then go right here, and then you can learn about it right there. So now it's a perfect note. Are we missing some information? Probably we can add more. So if you see something that you're not sure about, just email us. That's the best thing to do. Shoot us an email. We'll be happy to answer your questions. Again, this is probably, we can add probably way more information. But a lot of times people don't read it. But maybe we forgot to put it. So please let us know, and we can always add it. But the best thing to do is to send us an email. Okay. Uh, So let me continue reading here. Where can I read more about the weekly accelerator option? So it's okay. So yeah, let me answer that. It's the same thing. So it does say, I guess, investor weekly, but it's the same thing. Once you qualify, you can select the weekly investor or weekly accelerator, and it's the same, just the same thing as the accelerator. If you select here, it's the same thing. You start with $100,000 account, 625 drawdown, and all this is the same rules, only that you can request it every week, so every Tuesday. So let's see here. Adolfo, I don't know if I understand your question, but just so you know, we have the 80% off going on right now on the foundation accounts. That's the 25K through the 300K, including the glide. They're 80% off right now. Omar, trading could be expensive. That's why we ask you to have a budget. And so, we have the different accounts available. So, but yeah, trading could be expensive for sure. So, thanks for having a budget. Let's see. On the Glide account, can the contract size be increased over time? Yes. So if you go to, again, support, knowledge base, and if you go to the accelerator, here you can see how the tiers are done. Once you meet certain profits, you can increase additional contracts right there. Excuse me, guys. Let me take a little water. Excuse me. I may have to jump off here real pretty quick. I'm losing my voice, guys. I apologize for that. Let's see. Says discounts and PA fees are more important to me. Address cool, good to know. Um, let's see here. Which is why we offer, you guys are familiar with our current PA, one-time PA payment that is good until this Friday. It's $150, I think. So for the one-time PA fee, so you never have another PA fee for that specific account. So that's a pretty good deal, 150 regardless of the account size. Christian says, "Hey Chris, why the PA reset 25K is 950? I think it's a little higher than that, but let's say it's around 900." Yeah. So the reason is that sorry guys, I'm getting a bunch of text messages here. The reason is that the PA reset is not for everyone, Christian. So let me ask you this, Christian, since you're asking, how many don't respond to this, just respond in your head, but how many how long did it take you to qualify? How many times did it take you to qualify? Once you qualify for a PA, how long did you keep that PA? Do you keep it for a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years? And so if the answer is it took you, let's say, 10 tries to get a PA, and once you got a PA, you kept it for 2 days, is a PA reset for you? The answer is probably not. No. So those PA resets were not made for everyone. Those PA resets were made for traders that had received payouts and they've kept their PAs for a long time. And so once they kept it for a long time, and let's say they had a bad day, you know, it happens. And so let's say they had it for 9 months and they've received several payouts and they blew their PA. Those people tend to do ideal for the PA reset, because they've shown that, hey, they're willing to pay, $900, $1,000, whatever it is, and it's worth it for them because they've proven that they can hold on to a PA. If you're still in the process of getting better and learning and you're still in the beginning stages, then it is not ideal for you. Okay? So yeah. So think about that. Let me know if you got questions. And said, we do have a PA reset. We don't advertise it. We made a video when we first introduced it. We don't advertise it because it doesn't apply to a lot of people. So if you're just qualifying and you get a PA and you blow it within a couple days or even a couple weeks, it's probably not for you. So, all right, but good questions though. Really good questions. So. Let's see. Let's see if I missed anything here. It says any updates on increasing accelerator accounts to a limit more than 3? Well, you can increase it to just unlimited almost. You just have to meet those profit targets, and once you meet those profit targets, you can increase your accelerator account over time. So. Let's see here. Is it true that the max withdrawal is equal to the size account? For example, we can't withdraw more than 25K. No, Omar, that is not accurate. And let me tell you what there's a couple things going out there probably. So there are misinformation out there, okay, that is telling people something that is not. They're taking part of the truth and they're bending that truth. So let me clarify that for you. Who here, and everybody can listen up real quick, who here has heard that we cap traders, that we put a cap on traders on payouts, right? Who's heard that? From outside of reading the contract and from outside of Leeloo. Let me know if you have heard that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a second because we're a couple seconds behind. So I want to be sure you guys get a chance to respond. So who here has heard about traders being capped? Okay. All right. Okay, so we got Larry. Thank you, Larry. So, all right. Alex says yes. So we got 2. I'm going to guess whoever asked that probably heard that, which I lost it, who it was. Aaron heard that. And I'm sorry, guys. I want to stay focused on this. If you guys can, yes, from outside firms, yeah. Also, Yeah, from one of your okay, yep. Okay, great. That's good. Okay, so we're all in the same boat. All right. Okay, so now that we're on the same page, we can agree that other people have said this, right? Let me tell you the facts. Okay, so let's all focus for a second here. All right, I'm focused too. I'm not texting anyone. I'm not responding to emails. I'm not looking at anything else. All right, we have in our contract. So once you qualify, if anybody here has qualified for a performance account, you have a contract, an agreement. Okay, and that agreement says that Leeloo has the right to cap the trader at the highest account balance. Not account balance, but the account size. So rather, let's say you have a $300,000 account or $250,000 account. All right, we have the right to cap you at the highest account. So if you have multiple accounts, let's say you have the 25K, 50K, and the 250, we could cap you. We have the right to cap you at the 250. Okay. Now, how many times? Let's see if anybody can say this percentage wise. Can anybody remember the percentage? I've mentioned this before. The percentage of traders that we have capped. Okay. All right. Does anyone remember that? Let's see if anyone remembers. I'll give you a hint. Starts with 0 point. And what is after that point? Does anyone remember? So we've shared before that in the agreement, it says that we have the right to cap traders if they have multiple accounts at the highest account. And the answer is point, guess it's 3%. No, it's point, so it's 0.01. Okay. I'll write it down here, right here. All right. 0.01%. Okay. So 0.01%. Yeah. So anyways, so all the other traders have not been capped. Now, why did we put that in place? We never had that in place before. We had to put that in place because, unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, there are traders that take advantage of certain situations. Okay, so if you have multiple accounts with us and you trade in a regular, healthy way, we have no point of doing anything else but, continuing to pay you out. If you're here to gamble, if you're here to be a gambler, this is not what we want. And we typically will have a call with you. We'll have a conversation. Okay, so it's not like we're just gonna say, "Hey, don't do this." We're gonna have a call, okay, and then we'll be like, "Hey, you're doing this with a malice intent. We know what you're doing. Please stop doing it." And so that's typically how that call goes. Okay, so, anyways, that has 99.9% of you have not do not need to worry about that. Okay. Um, and let me see here. Look, we've done that only one time, so it's not like I don't even know how to even answer that. But so Larry, I can't go into too much detail. All I can say is we pay out traders. We have capped 0.01% of traders. So 99.9% of you have nothing to worry about. So if you are gambling, if you have 30 accounts and you're going long in 10 and short in 10 and you're just gambling nonstop, then yes, we have the right to cap you. So as long as you're not doing that, and plus we'll give you a warning. We'll call you and talk to you just in case you have no idea what you're doing. We'll have a call. So let's see here, guys. I gotta jump off pretty soon. I didn't realize how fast time was flying by, but let me see if I can read a couple other questions here. Let's see. Where do I left off here? That's the way it says. At that point, do you just pay out the profit and close the account? Yeah. So look again. That's only we've only done it one time, 0.01% of the time. So we'll probably do that. But I mean, it's so rare. I can't even talk to that. Adolfo says, sorry, Adolfo. I do speak Spanish, but I'm not really good at reading it. So please email us, and I'll be happy to help you. We'll be happy to answer your questions, Adolfo. Um, Explain what a reset on an accelerator weekly PA account costs. So a PA. So you're talking about PA. I don't know that I don't have the numbers in front of me for how much a PA costs, but to get that information, just shoot us an email on that. And there is restrictions on how many accelerator PAs you can have. Omar says, thank you for clarification. It's clear. Awesome. Aaron says, cool. That's fair. Adolfo says, again, Adolfo, can you please email us? We'll be happy to answer your questions. Also possible your Rex option. Yeah, we're sad. We got a couple things going. We're waiting, but hopefully we can have something like that. Just we're waiting a couple things. And yes, the TX is in the house, guys. We got TX in the house. Thank you, TX, for being here. What's going on? Yes, please hit that like button. We got 49 people watching, so we can do better than 17, right, TX? Appreciate you, man. You're the man. Oh, look at this. Nice little drop here. Oh, here's the rounding pattern I'm talking about. So if I was to go here, for example, real quick.
Order filled.
All right. So I will put my... it's moving. Where's it moving? I will put my stop here. And then... Why is this not moving? Something's wrong here. Oh, gosh. Why is this not moving? There we go. So I will keep this right down here. So my stop is here because there's the rounding pattern. And... Oh, man, I hit the settings are all... Hold on. Sorry. This is not how I usually trade. No, I don't like. Ooh. See if I can change this. There we go. I like to watch that. So this is if I was trading here. All right, my stop will be right there if this is a rounding pattern, and I would expect because we're in a down move to go down. Probably somewhere in there. So if I get taken out, no big deal. If this goes down, let me see. Look at market structure real quick. We opened around right here. So yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. Probably expect a little bounce out of there. 1 second, guys. Okay, so see if we can break that. Oh, yeah, I don't like that we have that zone right there. So hopefully, because we're in a down move, hopefully we can break that. We took a beautiful bounce out of it. So if I get taken out, no big deal. And this is just a fake account. This is for me to play around with. But here's what I'm hoping that happens is I do expect a little hesitation here, so it might come and take us out. So, but I'm hoping that this is a little rounding pattern to go short. We did come into a demand zone right here. And so we're getting that bounce from that demand zone. But because we're in a down move, I'm hoping that it will just do a temporary up and down. So if not, no big deal. I'm taking my loss exactly where I need to take it. So let's see here. We're risking $14 per micro to do 34. So yeah, so not too bad. Okay, let's see here. Let's go on here while we're talking. Yeah, so hit TX. Thanks, and hit that like button. Appreciate it. So perfect. Yep. So reading your comments here. Hello, I heard in other lives that you don't want gamblers as funded traders. Can you define what a gambler for you is? Making a DCA allowed? Yeah. So I'm not gonna go into all the definitions, right? Because I'm gonna miss something. Someone's gonna say, "Oh, you didn't say this." Um, but I would say this. If you're a gambler, I think I think we all know what a gambler is. So if you're not sure, just shoot us an email. I'll be happy to talk about it more in email. Yeah, Lionstone, since when will you offer Tradevate accounts? Yep, good question. Good question. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting on them to give us the green light. On our end, we're pretty much good to go. So hopefully any minute. Dave says what time frame is your chart? This is 1 minute. This is a minute chart here. So yeah, it's a 1 minute. Typically I start with the daily, then I go into hourly, then I got a 30 minute, then a 15, a 5, and then a 1. So and this is kind of what I got right here. So um and right now we're in a down move. I do rounding patterns along with supply and demand zones. And this is we're going into a demand zone right now, so I need them to break through that. Um, so they may not break it, right? So some people say, well, Chris, why don't you lock in profits? Now, this is the way I trade, right? So they may ask, well, Chris, why don't you lock in profits? And I don't lock in profits because that's in my experience, the way I've done it is if I move this down to lock in, let's say break even, for example, right? Then um, I will start probably doing that a lot more. I'll get taken out, right? And then I may start moving my profits up, and that's gonna affect the way I trade. Okay, so the way I trade, I don't do that either. I'm gonna lose $14 per micro, or I'm gonna make now. I may adjust this based on market structure, right? Like if I start seeing so there's actually a pretty good zone right here. So we're right on top of that zone. So actually, I need to adjust that here real quick. 1 second. So I need to adjust this. And guys, this is all simulated. This is not a real account. I didn't pay for this. This is just to come in and hang out with you guys to talk. Okay. But this is pretty similar to how I trade. Okay. So let's see here. So that's a better point right there because we want to be right above that. So we have this hidden zone right here. So we're bouncing out of that hidden zone. We went in, we bounced once, we're bouncing twice. So yeah, so this is where I would have been like, man, I would have been happier with a better entry closer to the top here, but it's okay, right? I'm still confident with the move. If this goes against us and I'm down and I lose, no big deal. I know how much I'm going to lose. If I win, I know how much I'm going to win. So yeah, there's no surprises for me here. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go back to the questions here, and let me get some water. So real quick. Let's see here. Too late to sell it, I think. What time frame are you? Okay. Can I email my questions to support since we're running out of time? Yeah, Robert. Shoot us any questions. If it's a quick question, I could probably answer real quick here. But anything more complex, probably be good to email support. Let's see here. Yeah, William. Again, I think we answer that by the answer is to buy an weekly account if that's what you want. Yeah, Gar, I'm not sure about that. He's asking, please, will the promo for the direct to PA 50K be available soon? I don't know. Larry says, so basically, if keep making money, then Leeloo will keep paying us out. Yes. So don't gamble. And the other thing is, look, if we're copying your trades, then why are we gonna want to stop, paying you out? So that's the way to do it. Yeah. So, and I suggest, you guys are probably part of a lot of trading groups. I'm sure you can find somebody that's received payouts and talk to them. We have people that get payouts every month. They've been getting it for, over a year. So talk to those people. Can you quickly explain the scaling contract plan for the accelerator? Do I need to pause? The best thing said is email us support@leelootraining.com. I just don't want to confuse anyone, and that's a lot of explanation, just for the purposes here. So, and I'm kind of losing my voice, so I apologize. Yeah, Lion. Actually, I've actually traded with Leeloo before I even worked here. This is the way I do it. I have, no problem doing it this way. So I'm still within my trailing drawdown. So this account right here has a trailing drawdown, and it has no problem. So let me read. Sorry, let me read what he says. It is funny you trade that way and still justify trailing drawdown. Trailing drawdown forces traders to lock in profit. I agree with you in trading style. Yeah. So if my profit target was like all the way down here, then that's a different story. But I'm so we just broke that zone right there, so that makes me feel good. But I don't like that big wick. Sorry guys, I'm thinking out loud here. I really need them to come down here a little bit, but this is not my typical setup. I usually have a little volume and a couple of other little stuff here to help me look things a little faster. But yeah, so this is not. I mean, look at this. We're talking about $23. Okay, I'm risking $14. This is not going to blow my account right here. Right now, if I do this 30 other times, yeah, it may blow my account. So yeah, so just think about that. I mean, if I was to move this down all the way down here, then yeah, if I let that go all the way, that's going to affect me. But I do, when I'm in the evaluation phase, in the practice phase, right, or I have the trailing drawdown phase, right, I'm going to take short scalping trades in this case. If I had the lockdown put in, now I wouldn't do it in this case probably necessarily, but once I've locked in that trailing drawdown, then I can have longer holds, So I just have to adjust to the scenario. Uh, Let me see here. Okay, so let me see what it says here. Sure, already sent an email. Still thank you. Let me see where I left off here. Yeah, so I don't like this right here. So we broke it a little bit. We didn't break this down here. We're getting pushed, but we're still in the compensated. So again, let's see what happens here. So again, I trade micros, and when micros says I'm not worried about, the dollar amount is just not going to affect me that much. So I'm not over leveraged. I think when a lot of people tend to freak out, they're wary is when they're over leveraged. If you're not over leveraged, you can take losses. You can let things run more, and you're not going to lose sleep over it. So okay, let's see. Sure, already sent out an email. My vote is that Leeloo decreases the time to get withdrawals. Eve William Amora. I don't think you're understanding, buddy. So can somebody maybe explain to William that about the weekly accounts? If you want weekly payouts, we got one for you. Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we got the weekly accounts. So yeah. All right, we're still at 17 likes, TX, man. What are we gonna do? Let's see if we can knock it out a little more. But I do have to jump off, guys. I did want just to come and hang out for a little bit. I wish this trade. Okay, I think let's see if we can hold this trade for a little longer while we're here. Does anyone have any other questions? Anything that I can quickly answer without getting too complicated? Just to not confuse anyone, please let me know. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Yep. Perfect. Yep. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it, Larry. Oh man, this is not looking good, guys. We'll see what happens. But the good thing is we got our stop right here. So if we get taken out, no big deal. What we don't want to do is people. You guys ever seen people to do that? Don't want to do that. We're just gonna take our losses if that's what it is. So that's about $28. So one micro, $14 per micro, and not gonna sleep over that, right? So let's see. Yeah, so we're actually not a prop firm, just to clarify. So we have a question here. It says Futures Trader Maniac says, how long has Leeloo been a prop training business? We're not a prop firm. We're actually more of a software education company. And yeah, I think we're going to, let's see, 5 years now? I think 5 years. Gosh, time flies by. Let's say William first payout only after 30 days negotiated takes too long. Okay, William, I don't think you're understanding what's going on. So, yeah. I'm not sure, Limestone. That's a good question. Not sure about that. All right. Omar, let me ask you a question. Do you have a car? So Omar's asking, why not making just one type of account with no minimum, with minimum of 15 days to trade to withdraw. No more WK, no more weekly accounts, no more L accounts, no more Leeloo bundle accounts. So Omar, let me ask you this: do you have a car? Do you have a vehicle? Do you have a any sort of transportation like a car? All right. Let me know if you do. I'll wait for Omar to answer that and see if Omar wants to answer. Okay, Omar says yes. Omar, may I ask you this? When you went to buy that car, you had different options. You had different brand options, different color options, different size options. Same thing here. We want traders to be able to come with different and have different options. Some traders have a smaller budget, so we have different budgets, different accounts for their budgets. Different traders have larger budgets, so we have accounts for them as well. We have different traders that want different goals. For example, traders that tend to do better, traders that tend to stay here around longer, they get payouts once a month. They focus on their trading, not on the dollar amount. That's what we have seen. Now we're testing out the weeklies. If we see that the weeklies are doing great and traders are being able to stay in those performance accounts for a long time, then that's good data to have. We don't have the data on that. From my personal experience, Omar, when I started to focus on money, I did not do as well. When I was focusing on trading, I did better. So, Omar, I'm sorry that you don't like options, but we do. I want traders to have options for them to decide what is best for them, what is the most important thing for them. So, if the most important thing is payouts and how often they get payouts, then we have an option for you called weeklies. If you're focused on long term, then the best option is your traditional accounts. And yes, I didn't like the 30 days either until I realized that was the best account for me. So it's not always what we want, it's what is best for us. And from data, we have the data to show that traders do better when they're not focused on payouts and they're focused on their trading. Okay. So I hope that answers that question, Omar. Let's see, real quick. Let me try to run through this here. Hey, Mac Zachary, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Trader Joe, how you doing? Thank you. Let's see, Chris. Be on the lookout for tomorrow. I may look for a flash sale tomorrow. So you see, guys, what we're doing here. This is not my favorite right here. We got a rounding pattern. It didn't break. Rounding pattern didn't break. So this is just typical sideways. Not a big fan of this, right? So in this case right here, right, I'm being patient. But what I cannot afford to do, right, because I've already got into this trade and my style of trading, I can't start just taking smaller wins, because if I move this up with this risk, then I'm taking a 1-to-1 ratio, right? And that's gonna hurt me in the long term. So I decided to get into this trade. I got to stick with it. Now I can manage it. Nothing necessarily wrong with that. I'm still confident in the direction, so I'm gonna stay with it. But just to let you know, if I start questioning myself too much and I trust my style, right? I'm going to start cutting my wins short, and that's going to affect my ratio. So that means I have to start winning more than I can afford to lose. So, okay. Milan says, by the way, Chris, I love the competition accounts. I blow them like balloons, but feels good to go and have fun. Yeah, those are fun for sure. Yeah, and so they're available now, guys. So go and check them out. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I gotta run. Sorry, guys, but it's been fun. Yeah. So, guys, let me answer that real quick. You, there's nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it for you to do it. I'm talking about for me. Okay, because Chris, me, right here, the one trading this account here, I learned from doing this over and over again that when I start doing that, it started affecting my trading. Okay, so that's that way. I want to be sure I'm clear. This is me, Chris, talking. I learned that when I started moving things around and not trusting my trades, right? I learned that that affected me in the negative way. Because then what happens is next time I move it faster and faster and I don't let it time to develop. Okay? Now, if I'm going against the close or some news or something, yeah, that's different. But in this case, I'm it's hanging out here. Yeah, I may lose this trade, no big deal. I may win, no big deal. But I gotta trust based on my numbers that I'm gonna win 60% of the time. And with this kind of ratio, that's gonna put me on the top. What I learned is when I started doing this right here, when I started doing this, now what happens is, oops, sorry. What happened is right here, that's the same ratio. That means I have to win 50+% of the time. If not, and that's puts a lot of pressure on me. Plus, you know, I need to learn. Okay, what went wrong here? Should I have not gotten into this trade? The better question is, was this not a good trade to enter? Not I need to move my profit target and my stop loss, right? So how can I learn from this mistake, right? Now I'm not saying there's again not that's nothing wrong with doing that, but from my style, I started building bad habits when I started doing that. So, anyways, all right. Larry says 30 days are good for us because it forces the trader to take the time to focus on execution, good trades rather than the rush towards payouts. Larry, that's exactly what happened to me from first-hand experience, so I can speak to that. Okay, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna step out. Oh, we got 26 likes. I appreciate that. Thanks for the likes. I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you guys Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern.